Let's play the John Kerry clip.
And I think the dislike of and anguish over social media is just growing and growing and growing. And it's part of our problem, particularly in democracies, in terms of building consensus around any issue. It's really hard to govern today. You can't, there's no, the referees we used to have to determine what's a fact and what isn't a fact, that kind of, been eviscerated to a certain degree. And people go, and then people self-select where they go for their news or for their information. And then you just get into a vicious cycle. So it's really, really hard, much harder to build consensus today than at any time in the 45, 50 years I've been involved in this. And there's a lot of discussion now about how you curb those entities in order to guarantee that you're going to have some accountability on facts, et cetera. But look, if people go to only one source and the source they go to is sick and, has an agenda and they're putting out disinformation, our First Amendment stands as a major block to the ability to be able to just, hammer it out of existence. So what we need is to win the ground, win the right to govern by hopefully having, winning enough votes that you're free to be able to implement change.
We got to hammer it out of existence. It's the aristocratic heir to the Heinz fortune, or who married into the Heinz fortune, is mad that the consensus is cracking. And he never says what the consensus is, but he's basically saying it's harder and harder to maintain a de facto dictatorship, or what Sheldon Wolin called inverted totalitarianism, behind the mask of liberal democracy, because of the proliferation of social media and independent media. And he's in a foreign country, in Switzerland, in Davos, complaining about the First Amendment because you can't hammer out of existence all of these voices that go against what he wants to see as the consensus. And he's an administration official, but no one knows what he does because he has the phoniest position ever, climate czar. It's a completely fake position. It's like the anti-Semitism czar, Deborah Lipstadt, which was established by industry and lobbying forces to satisfy them. And all Kerry's basically doing is trying to tap into renewable energy and minerals around the world and rustle up bucks for billionaire investors who happen to be donors to the administration. So it's also about shutting down anyone who talks about the green agenda in a critical way, which is really the capitalist green agenda, the neoliberal green agenda. So John Kerry is really distilling what I think the most disturbing aspect of this emerging regime that represents a marriage of the Obama, Clinton, Biden Democrats and the Bush Cheney Republicans. And then the alternative is Donald Trump, who has vowed to utterly destroy and reduce to ruins Iranian cities. And I think, let's say there's Trump in a Republican House, what we're going to get from them is massive censorship just of anyone who criticizes Israel.